what it looks like on this end. Is it live?
I think so, yeah.
Let's check it. Yep, says it's live. So I'm gonna just take a look at it. Move it a little bit so you can see the edge of that bottom of that chair. Just move it just a little bit, if possible. If you have to lift the whole thing up, that's cool.
That good? Alright, more.
Yeah, that's good right there. Okay, we good. Q's already in. First snitches. What does that mean? Okay. So anyway, what is up, everybody? We are here, and this is the Saturday edition. Honestly, I have no idea how this is going to work out, if it's going to work out at all. This is the first time doing it on a Saturday, and it's earlier in the day instead of night. I worked tonight, that's why we had to do it a little earlier. But as my phone gets blown up, looks like we're going to go ahead and start the show. We are 2 minutes before the show, so real quick, I just want to announce my guest, my guy, Tyrese. You see him on the chats quite often, and have you ever been on my YouTube? Yeah, you have. You've done some reviews with me. So yeah, you guys will recognize this kid. So come on in, Ty.
Yo, what's good?
So go ahead, take this, get a clip somewhere. We'll get this started.
That good?
Yeah, that looks good.
Alright,
so as long as they can hear us. Check. Q, can you hear? Everything sound good on your end? Everything look good. Everything looks good on the picture. So looks good. Kurt W, check it in. Thank you, man. This is the first one I've seen live. Well, badass. It's good to have you. Like I said, I thought it would be kind of interesting to try it out on a Saturday and just see how it goes. I usually work every Saturday night, so that's why we're doing it at 1 o'clock my time. So we'll wait for a couple more people to jump in. But first, let's just go ahead and talk about Tyrese. So, if y'all don't know, this is my guy Tyrese. Just turned 20.
Yeah.
Just barely turned 20.
The 23rd.
The 23rd. So, shout out, happy birthday to you, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
And you want to go ahead, give any shout outs or plugs to yourself, and then just let them know who you are about you.
I'll let you guys know who I am first. I'm Tyrese Carpenter. I've known Dayton forever. Like, I was a year younger than him in school.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, in school, we were never, like, friends. But, like, we knew of each other.
Yeah.
And
we've talked a few times, like, here and there. But never,
we also
never
played
like
against
friends
each other
serious,
in sports, like basketball and stuff like that when we were littler. But nothing, like, as of now. I love music. I like to make music. I'm in couple of Dayton songs.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm going to make this announcement a little later in the show, but for anybody watching live right now, I do have another song. It's featuring both of my little brothers, so it's kind of just like more of a personal song, and it's such a cool song. That should be releasing next week on Friday. So technically this coming Friday.
Yeah.
So you can look forward to that. But yeah, this guy has been on a couple tracks. You've been on Nothing to Something, and Rising Up.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't gone to my music channel, guys, please consider doing that. You can hear Tyrese on some of my beats over there. Just look for featuring Tyrese. You can find it. Anyway, keep going.
I love basketball. Absolutely love basketball. I played with him a couple times. I played against him a couple times. I graduated high school. If you guys were wondering, yes, I did graduate.
And I think for you guys, he also submitted Better Yourself.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you can kind of get to know him on a personal level if you guys go watch that video. Yeah. But yeah, so he's been around, and he's been on some food reviews. So I mean, this dude, he's been around the channel.
Hashtag put Tyrese on the show.
Yeah, we actually had a trending hashtag, the hashtag put Tyrese on the show. And little did we know I'd ever even have a show. Yeah, here it is. And now he's on it. So
now I'm on it.
Now he's on it, so that's cool. We got 9 people watching now, so we're looking good. Tyrese, did you want to shout out any Instagram, SoundCloud, wherever you want to shout out? Go ahead.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Tyrese J Carpenter. You can add me on Snapchat if you want. It's just D Crew Stud, like D and then Crew and Stud, just that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have music that I'm working on, just not out yet because I took my old stuff down because it was the wrong direction,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
So that's one thing I actually wanted to talk to you about. So Tyrese, you guys don't know this, but me and him did a little practice show, like a few weeks back.
Audition tape.
Like an audition tape, basically, yeah. And me and him were talking. If you guys don't know, Tyrese, he's a goal setter, and he has big visions. So just curious. I mean, things change. I know things change for you all the time.
All the time.
But as of June 1st, today, what is your goal? What is your what are you focused on at the moment?
Well, happiness. I know it's kind of broad, but like happiness and like making music that makes me happy, that makes other people feel good, and like gives other people a voice, you know?
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much the approach that I took on my first, I wouldn't even call it an album, but just like the first little thing I put together.
Project, yeah.
My first project, yeah, because it was all just positive, trying to, like you said, trying to send good messages and good vibes. If you got, I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed some of my later music has been a little more emotional or a little more everywhere, really.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm doing some rap, I'm doing some singing.
Yeah.
But, so right now, you're focusing on the happy side.
Yeah, happy side.
Cool.
I took it kind of dark with my first couple of things, but
okay.
I'm just trying to be happy, you know?
That's the number one thing, man. That's the number one thing.
And I do have a goal where I set by the time when I'm 26, like before I turn 27, I want to win a Grammy.
Whew.
So
that's a big goal.
It is, but I feel like I can do it. I'm just working on it.
So let's just talk about that real quick. So
all right.
By the age 27, so where did 27 come from?
Well, so, okay, this is funny. So I was driving home from work with my friend Jaren.
Mm-hmm.
You know Jaren.
Yep.
We were driving home from work, and we were just talking about manifestation because we were watching FouseyTube, and he was manifesting all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I just said, I'm going to win a Grammy. And Jaren's like, yeah? I was like, by the time I'm 26, I'm like, I could be 26 and still win one, but before I turn 27, I want one.
Okay.
It just kind of, I don't know, just that day just kind of came to me.
That's just such a weird number, like 27.
It just got 7
Okay,
years.
and what are your goals to get there? Well, I mean, what are your... Is there a certain, like, project you want to win the Grammy? Or did you just anything, or, like what is your goals for that right now?
So, really, it's just, like, I don't have, like, a specific project. I'm like, I hope this one gets me a Grammy. It's just, I'm going to put out what I want to put out. Okay. What I like. If other people don't like it, that's fine, because it's really for me, in a way. You know, like, as an artist, you put out stuff for you. People enjoy it, but it's really, like, for your own kind of thing. Yeah. And so I don't have a specific project that I want, but, like, I have ideas. I have like 3 different like ideas for projects, like 3 different album types in my mind right now that I'm like writing on my phone and doing on my laptop and stuff like that. So I got a lot of work that I'm starting to put in. I mean, I put in a lot of work already, but like for the upcoming stuff.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm already.
So what is the project you're working on now? Like, is there one you're working on now, or do you not want to spill that, or what's up?
Yeah. So I'm working on an album. It's not too much into production yet, but it's just about like it's just like heartbreak kind of thing. Like I've told you about it. Like it's gonna be called The Unofficial Heartbreak.
I like that name, by the way. Unofficial Heartbreak.
The Unofficial Heartbreak, and
it's relatable.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it could be relatable for other people too. For sure. And it's not all like sad stuff, like. Because obviously in a relationship, you have a bunch of happy times, but when people make music about it, it's usually just like the sad and depressed and that stuff.
It is.
Which is going to be in it, but I'm going to put all the happy times, like the good parts in it too. So it's just going to be like an emotional roller coaster, if you would like to say so. So
that's a little bit about Tyrese. Like me and him, honestly, could talk forever about that kind of stuff. Yeah. We don't want to try to, go 30 minutes over talking about this kind of stuff. But Tyrese, guys, check him out. He should be on here more often. Like I said, Q, you saw the first guest, my brother Carson, Tyrese. Yeah. These guys should be on here multiple times for the show, so you guys can always check in.
Shout out to my brother, Q. He's my older brother.
So yeah, this is Q. You remember Q from episode 1. This is his little brother.
Yeah, he's got a lot of big... Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it, but he has a lot of good stuff coming toward him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, a lot of good stuff coming toward him, man. So shout out to you, man.
Now you're making me curious. Okay, so let's go ahead and check in some comments real quick. Q says he's first. So what up, Q? Good to have you on first. Supporting your
good?
brother. Everything on Big
Hey.
Daddy's side looks good. The other side, not as much, Q says.
Oh.
He just dissing you on the live. But that's brotherly love, folks.
Hey, I did the same thing to him.
You did.
So hey, that's fine.
So Colby checked in and said, "What's up, folks? What up, Cole? Good to have you on the show
What's
as
good,
always."
homie?
Gunther says you seem like a very sweet boy.
Oh, thanks. I try.
A very sweet boy.
It
Trey
depends on
Pater
where I'm at.
says period. Jeffrey, what up? Good to have you on the show, Jeffrey. My dad is on the show as well.
Hey,
B
what's
Nix,
good?
what up? Gunther wants you to discuss your thoughts on boy meat. We'll avoid that.
All right.
Gunther likes to come in with that kind of crazy stuff. Let's see. Colby says, saying what's up to my dad. All right. So now that we've kind of discussed who you are,
Yeah.
let's just go into the show officially. Real
Let's
quick,
do
I don't
it.
know. I got a water for you.
Oh, thank you.
you
I was
need a
gonna.
drink.
I was gonna ask you before if I could get like a water. So I was going to stop and get like orange juice or something, but then I was.
Of course, the guest gets water, and I get Diet Cherry Coke.
It's okay. I don't drink soda, so I'm almost 2 years sober with
Hell yeah,
soda.
man.
So
It's just recently that I've drank soda again, and it's just diet though. But like,
I mean,
it still messes with me, man.
I feel
I still can't, like, I prefer not to drink the soda if possible.
I feel
But it's just like right now, specifically at this time, we just got diet soda or regular soda, and I don't want water right now. I'm just going for the cherry soda.
I feel it.
So let's go ahead and get into the show. So real quick, just want to give you guys a little warning. Yesterday was me and my girlfriend's 1 year anniversary, so I was out with her literally all day until like 2 a.m. So like for me, I didn't have any planning time on getting the show together. So kind of bear with me. I feel bad for Tyrese being the guest on the show that I didn't plan. But
it's good. We could just fill it in with a little.
And we will, because I mean, me and you are real good. I mean, we're already 10 minutes in. Like,
for real?
It won't be that hard to fill up another 50.
I feel it.
So, like I said, this show should be about an hour, but it's not as well put together. So I apologize. That is on my end. Normally these will be Friday nights. Tyrese usually works Fridays.
Yeah.
So that's why we're pushing the Saturday, and then like I said, I had my anniversary last night, so everything just fit into place here. But if you guys, I'm sure you guys are aware, today is June 1st.
Right.
So welcome to June. Honestly, June might be one of my favorite months.
Oh yeah?
I gotta be honest. I think it's like the start of summer, where it's like not burning hot
Yeah, I feel you.
Because it's like the good weather finally hit like yesterday and the day before. It's a little cloudy today, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
And it's like the good weather. Maybe this is a Utah thing, but like June to me is like that year where it's like it's the not burning hot summer.
No, I feel you.
Because once you get to July, August, it's burning hot.
Yeah.
It's like hundreds.
That's why I also like September and like the fall, because
it's beautiful.
You can go
Fall's
out.
My favorite,
can go out and do stuff without it being burned up, but you could still wear your hoodies and stuff like that.
And it's like right now you can still June you could pull that off too. I mean I wore my jacket yesterday, and it's like June is just like perfect. I think they usually hit like 70s temp.
Yeah.
And you know the skies get clear. There's a little bit of a breeze coming from like the springtime. It's just like I think it might be one of my favorite months of the year, to be honest, besides fall. So real quick, I just pulled up a little article just because I wanted to start off the show the way I've started off the other shows. So the other shows I started it's the last day of school, so it was like summer bucket list. Last week with Carson, we talked about Memorial Day weekend stuff. So today we're just going to talk about how to start off June. So here's some ideas that are provided from creativefamilyfun.com. This is a little article that they put out of just some things to do in June, and then I'm going to ask you what if you have plans for June. We'll get to that in the end, though. So this is family fun ideas. So this is for everybody. Obviously, this is an all ages thing, but we're just going to go ahead and see what kind of ideas Terry Thompson's got for us. So let's go ahead and read it. So these are the outdoor activities that she has. Let's listen to some of these. I like listening to weird people, like people write articles. Yeah. Because they have some weird things they do.
No, 100%.
And it's like one of those things you hear it and you're like, I wouldn't do that. And you're like, wait, would I do that?
Yeah, and then like one day you're just sitting there like, I'm going to go do that.
Yeah, it's like, why not? So let's go ahead and see. These might be childish. I haven't even read them all the way. I've just kind of found the article. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this one says, number 1, blow up a beach ball and play beach volleyball in your backyard. No net needed, just have fun. See, that sounds kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Because, like, how do you play volleyball without a net? You just hit a ball? Like I wouldn't mind setting up a net and playing backyard volleyball. Yeah. That wouldn't be bad. But
Yeah.
without a net,
I feel like it just turned into like
That's just-
smack each other in the face as hard as you can with the ball.
yeah,
But,
that wouldn't even turn into fun at the end of that. Like that would be just, I don't know.
every man
To
for
me,
himself.
this is how I'd imagine that going. As I walk outside, we start hitting it, and maybe like 5 minutes of it in, we'll be like, okay, this sucks, and then we'll go sit down, like,
Yeah.
and that'll be the end of it. So Terry, not off to the greatest start in my opinion. I mean, if you guys like hitting a volleyball up in the air without a net,
I mean,
but for me, I don't mind the thought of going out and playing backyard
yeah,
volleyball with an actual
I do that.
net.
I do that a lot.
I think
too.
volleyball is an underrated sport.
Oh, dude, I love volleyball.
Like, not a lot of guys pursue volleyball, but it's a fun sport.
Yeah.
It really is. So, I guess there's a thought of a backyard volleyball, but I don't know about the no net part.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not craving that, Terry. Okay, number
Come
two.
on, Terry, step up your game.
Number 2, take a trip to a nearby nature center. Go on a hike, explore the visitor center, and have fun learning about wildlife in your part of the world. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is because June is usually when all that is happening. I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
wildlife. It's a lot of seasons, and the grass and all the flowers and everything is now bloomed.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. So that's actually one I think is underrated, and I don't do enough of.
No,
Because the thing is with me, like, I love nature.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I love going on a hike. I love going on a walk. I just don't do it.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't know if it's just like the idea of hiking, like going out in the sun,
Yeah.
and like going like climbing and sweating and stuff like that. I don't know if that's why I don't do it, but like
Well, for me, it's like I won't do it unless someone's like, "Hey, you want to go do it?" You
yeah,
know?
like you won't just go do
Like
it.
my friend, one time we literally drove all the way past like Spanish Fork
Mhm.
to go find this hot spring called Fitzwater Hot Spring, and we hiked like 2 hours into it.
Mhm.
Usually I wouldn't do that, but like,
Yeah.
but
like, I've
someone
always
brings up
found-
the idea, then
Yeah.
I'm down. Like,
That's how I am too. Like if the idea gets brought up, and usually every time I do it, I have fun. Like I enjoy it. Like I don't feel when you get out and do something like that, you don't feel like you wasted your day. You just. So I think that's an underrated one. So you
and
kind of
also
redeemed
brightens
yourself for
your day
the
up
first
because
one.
it's like
Oh,
you're
absolutely.
in the sun, you're getting productive. Like,
I mean, you're going out and generally when you're going on a hike, you're doing it with other people.
Yeah.
And usually, I mean, I don't know how fun hiking would be by yourself.
no,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
in a group of people, that's always fun to just hang out with people as well. So go to a nature center, look at some wildlife. And the cool thing about nature center is it's not like a zoo. You know, it's
Yeah.
like this is like legit wildlife in a natural place, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I remember going on a field trip there when I was younger, and I actually enjoyed it. I mean, that's kind of a weird thing. You wouldn't look at me and assume, oh, Dayton's a nature guy. But it's like, for me, I actually like nature. So that's number 2. Go visit a nature center. Go for a hike. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This one's more of for a family with like some kids. But number 3 is trace. This one sounds cool though. Trace each other's shadows on the driveway. Add faces, hair, and clothes, and make a weird shadow family.
Oh, that'd be pretty fun.
And I think it'd be kind of funny. Like it would be kind of. It might even be fun. Like
Yeah.
because you just like trace the shadow, so your shape's gonna be kind of weird and long,
Yeah.
and then you like draw faces on it. Obviously, that's for more younger people, but at the same time, like that.
I mean, if you have the right group of people with you.
Why does that sound fun to me? Like
No, it is. Like, I definitely, like, I'd 100% do
that's
that.
actually. I mean, it's something I never would have thought about if I never read this article.
Same.
That's just not something I'm like, let's trace our shadows.
Yeah, he goes straight some
Draw
shadows
faces
on
on
the
'em.
driveway.
So it's like one of those. Number 4, go stargazing. This one seems like a pretty common thing in the summertime. And I like stargazing. Obviously, that's just a nighttime thing, which is a little more limited. But pick a clear night, go outside, study the moon and stars. I mean,
Bring a girl.
pretty
or a guy,
basic. That to me is a
depending on-
girl thing.
Yeah.
Like stargazing is something to me like that's a date. Like
Yeah.
that's you go get with the girl. You don't go do that with your parents.
Yeah.
that's like a little suspect. Let's see, number 4 or whatever we're on. Lie together under a tree and look up. What do you see? Use the time to relax together and talk about all that you see. So I'm guessing, what is that, like cloud? What does that mean by lay under a tree, look up and see what you see?
I feel like it's like cloud watching.
Like
Not
just cloud watching? Because you're not looking at the
them-
leaves,
not
are
like-
you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, not necessarily like, oh, that's like the actual term of clouds, but
There's
like.
a house, there's a cumulonimbus,
Yeah.
a cirrus up there. Yeah, I don't think it's like that. But, I mean, so just basically the day version of stargazing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of Next one, explore a pond together,
Ooh.
observe and learn all the animals, plants, blah, blah, blah. They're always talking about observing and learning. I don't care about that.
I'll just jump in the pond.
Explore, yeah. I mean, I actually kind of with the same thing that goes with the nature center. Like, I like ponds. I like going. We have plenty of them out here in the West Point area. And like, I like going out there.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to do in June. It's the right weather. It's the right time. If you're lucky, you'll get a lot of wildlife out there as well. And now these are some of the indoor ideas. I haven't read any of these yet, so these will be kind of weird. Okay, so have a letter writing evening and write letters to faraway family. Nah.
That's what email and...
That's called text. Yeah. I mean, I guess like if it was your grandma or something, she might appreciate the handwritten.
I understand the thought, but like...
But we live in 2019.
Yeah, plus like my handwriting's not the best at all, so I try to limit that as much as I can.
Go to a grocery store or farmer's market and buy... few new to you fruits or vegetables. See, I'm a foodie guy, so I mean that sounds okay to me. Yeah. Like go get it, like try some fruit that I've never had before. That's kind of just boring though. That ain't like something you're looking forward to in June.
Super excited. Like that could be like any time of the year.
That could be an anytime thing. I'm looking for it. Come on, Terry. I need some more. Learn to make Play-Doh. That's for kids. Discover a new genre of music. That's not a bad idea.
No,
See, me and Tyrese are actually real big music guys, so that one don't sound bad at all. Like trying to find
a new sound.
I guess I would reword this to like listen to music you don't normally listen to and try to find something that you like. Yeah. That one's actually fun. I've done that before. Because I've even heard like some opera, and like here's the thing: is I hate opera in general. I don't listen to that. Nah. But like you can find one that you're just kind of like there's just some kind of healing thing going on.
For me, it's like country. I'm not a country fan, but I found some artists I really like my guy Willie Jones. Mm-hmm. He's not like a huge country artist. I don't know how many people would actually know him, but I love like everything he puts out. Yeah. And then there's some other country songs that I listen to, but I'm not huge on country, so that's what
I challenge you guys to do. There's not enough people that are open to different kinds of genres nowadays. Yeah. It seems like the generation of really us and underneath us, like. They're real set on what they like. Yeah. And I really wish some people would get out more and try to find some good music.
Which is weird, because I have a big variety. Like, I like show tunes, like from musicals, pop, rap. I love R&B, hip-hop.
And I'm pretty open to it, because I think there's good music in every genre.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like a certain genre, I promise you can find one that you do like.
Yeah.
It's just people don't go out of their way.
To try
like my brothers, obviously they grew up with more hip-hop, rap, and I love that. That's my favorite. But at the same time, like if I play something country, they're like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, "This shit's good. What you talking about?" Like, So I challenge you guys to do that. That's just the first little article for today. Let's go ahead and get into a couple reaction videos.
All right.
So everything that I'm about to show is something that's going on right now in the world. Something similar to that, like in the sense of. Actually, we'll get on to these comments real quick. Right. But like everything that you guys will hear in the show is obviously somewhere recent. We also got some pretty local news that has been national lately. Oh, really? You probably may have heard about it, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But we'll get into the local stuff in a little bit. So let's see. Big Daddy says, "Hey Gunther," and he does a shooting himself emoji. Jesus, Dad. Okay. Jeffrey, how did you guys first meet? So technically, just school or sports. It's because it's like we've seen each other in both, and we've never. I guess if you want to say when did we become like friends is pretty recent, like within the last 2 years.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. I think it was like when you were doing a bunch of like YouTube.
Yeah. It was when I got into the music, and then he was following the YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we saw each other in basketball, and then eventually we linked up and played on the same team. And then since then, that's when it's really been. Yeah. So that's how we first met. But if you want to talk like specifics, it was either sports or school.
Yeah, probably both.
Did you go to Hooper?
Yeah, I went to Hooper.
So then, okay. So I mean, technically, we've known of each other since we were little kids.
Yeah, pretty much all of our lives.
Let's see. Colp says, "Ah, shit, Gunther and Thanos are going to be talking crazy in the chat again. Making everybody uncomfortable."
My boy.
Gunther hasn't said anything else since, so hopefully he chills with that. T-Simp Fishing is checking in. Evan Tebbs, you got an ad already. Oh, well, good. YouTube doing me right, making me some money. No, just kidding. I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm at the point where I don't know how much money I'm gonna make on live streams, because live streams are a little different how they do revenue. So it'll be interesting. Jaron just checked in. Right now. Hey boys, Jaren. What up, Jaron? And Joseph
guy.
Cordero, yo, what's up? What's up, Joseph? So thank you all for checking in. I appreciate it. We got
That's
8 people
good.
still watching.
Hey,
so that's
let's
good.
go.
Hey, so I got a couple things. Have you had a chance to see the new Aladdin yet?
I did. I saw it on my birthday.
I haven't seen it.
So good.
Is it good?
Will Smith.
1 out of 10.
I'm a 10.
10 straight up 10? Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I love Will Smith. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I love all of his movies. I love his music.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about Will Smith. And so, like, some would say, oh, it's pretty biased, right?
Yeah.
No, he did a phenomenal job. Like, here's the thing. Robin Williams will always be, like, the great, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but, like, having a new person coming into it, Will Smith was the perfect choice.
Here's the thing, dude. Like, I'll let you continue. But for me, when you compare the two, it's really hard because one was an animation.
Yeah, that's
So it's
true.
like Will is in there physically doing it.
Yeah.
And whereas Robin was just a voice. And we know Robin is one of the greatest voice actors.
Yeah.
And, you know, he did a phenomenal job.
He did.
But, like, that's why I'm excited to see the Will Smith version. Because I feel like
he did good.
I don't want to say it's better, but I feel like it might be. Like, just because you can see it, like, you can live it. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to get into that. We're not going to. But he gave it a 10 star. So if you guys haven't seen Aladdin yet, definitely go check it out.
He put his own, like, twist to the music. Like, because if you didn't know.
A little bit of rap in there.
Yeah. If you didn't know, Will Smith was a rapper before he was an actor.
Yep.
The Fresh Prince. So he kind of put his little flavor on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's more like, if you like hip hop, that's more of, like, A Friend Like Me, that's more of what it is. And he even did, him and DJ Khaled did it for the soundtrack. So there's like
cool.
a DJ Khaled mix.
I've heard that, yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to go watch that possibly tomorrow.
It's good.
Possibly, if not Tuesday.
I think you'll like it. Will Smith had the best performance in it, I'd say. Mm-hmm. But it's Will Smith, so he usually outshines his co-stars.
Yeah, I love Will Smith. I mean, I don't know how, I'll be honest, I don't know how likely I would be to want to watch it if Will Smith wasn't in it.
Yeah, like that was
honest.
like the deal breaker for me was.
It's kind of like this new Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like the only reason that I kind of want to watch it is because Jim Carrey's back in a role where he's not being an idiot.
Yeah.
Like in a role where he is being an idiot. Like in the sense he's back into a Jim Carrey role.
Yeah.
And I'm actually excited. So like it's kind of the same for Aladdin. Like for me, if it didn't have Will Smith and it was some other guy, I might not be as interested.
And see, like the genie's a goofy guy. Will Smith is a goofy actor.
Yeah, and he's awesome, dude. Will Smith's a good dude.
He's
amazing. So yeah, other than that, we got the Lion King coming out. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited
for that as well.
Whoever makes those, I don't know which place makes those, but they make them so realistic. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
really excited about that.
It's crazy.
Me and Colby went and watched John Wick 3 the other day.
Yeah, was that good?
It was a great show. A little unrealistic, and Colby will roast me in the comments, but any action show is unrealistic. So let's just, I guess, forget about it. But John Wick was a great show. There's a new Rambo coming out. That's kind of an older show. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
I haven't seen them, but I've heard.
With Rocky. Sylvester Stallone. Not Rocky.
Same person, right? Like at this point, he's pretty much.
It's pretty much the same. You can just call him Rocky, and everyone knows who you're talking about. Yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into a couple of reaction videos. They're both short, nothing too long. Just kind of what's kind of going on right now. So let's just go to this first one. There's a viral video going right now about this huge 15-foot great white shark that came up and was eating I don't know exactly what a chum bag is, but they were eating a chum bag. So I'm just going to show it to you because I haven't seen this yet. So I'm going to react with this with you. So this big ass shark. But I guess it's really rare for these guys to come up to boats and stuff like that. So it's actually it's something you don't see a lot of, I guess. I think it would be cool. Like I said, this video has gone super viral. This is all over the internet. If you guys just look up giant shark eats chum bag or something, you'll find it. And then this is when it's coming up. And I guess to find these 15-foot sharks like that, man. But it's cool. Like the thing I like about it is, there's a lot of stereotypes with sharks. A lot of people think, oh, sharks are dangerous and they're mean. But like I didn't see anything dangerous about that. Like he was just hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Like I feel like there's nothing. Like what? This is a stupid topic, but what are your thoughts on sharks? Like,
I mean,
are you scared of sharks?
I am.
I mean, I guess anyone would be scared to be in the water with one.
If I was with someone that knew what they were doing, so like a professional,
Yeah.
knew how to act around sharks, I would still be a little scared, but like I'd be more willing to be like around.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I hear these things like you're more likely to die by a cow than a shark, and it's just like sharks are they're a little like put in the media so bad. I like sharks, man.
Yeah.
I mean this little 15-footer.
Yeah,
I mean. So anyway, that's just something that's gone viral. That's the first time I've seen it. It wasn't as big as I thought it would be in my head because everyone's saying, "Oh, it's giant," and I guess 15 feet is giant. Let's not forget about that. But I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. Weird video. We'll go ahead and we'll go past that one. I don't know if you heard. I don't know how interested you are in Jeeps. You like Jeeps?
Yeah, I like Jeeps. I'm not like I don't know like
I wouldn't necessarily buy one.
I'm not like an expert on Jeeps.
But anyway, Jeep just introduced something brand new for 2019 and 20 models only, and then obviously to the future.
Yeah.
Jeep actually has a pickup truck now.
Oh.
Have you seen them? I seen one.
Have.
So when I work at the mall over here.
Yeah.
And there's like a big, I don't know if it's a dealership, but it's at the mall parking lot. But they have a whole bunch of cars over there. And I saw one the other day, and I was like, okay, what the hell? And I thought it was a Hummer for a minute. Like I thought it was like a Hummer truck, and I looked at it, I'm like, no, that's definitely a Jeep. Yeah. So anyway, here's a couple
Jeep
commercials.
Gladiator?
Yeah, the Gladiators.
Yeah, because there's a YouTuber I watch. His name is Stradman.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is? He lives up in Salt Lake, actually, and he has like Lamborghinis and all that stuff, and he actually just bought one.
Really?
Yeah. They're crazy.
So anyway, Jeep now has a pickup truck. So this is like a little commercial they had. I haven't seen any of these yet, so I'm honestly excited to see it. So it looks like they're putting the truck into a crusher. I don't know what this has to do with anything. Just some old truck. As far as I know, Jeep has never had a truck, right?
I don't think so.
It's never had a truck. It's coming back up.
Oh.
See, tell me that don't look a little bit like a Hummer, like a Hummer, like a Hummer truck.
No, it does.
It's not bad looking. I just don't feel like the front of a Jeep.
It says Gladiator's back, so maybe.
So maybe that first truck was an original Gladiator, and I just had no idea because.
I mean, I'm no expert. So
they could have had a truck. Yeah,
don't
once
roast
again
me on this, but.
Yeah, me and him are in the same boat. We have no idea, but Jeep now has a truck.
That's pretty dope, though.
Or at least they brought it back. Maybe is what it.
It looks
like
pretty dope. It looks pretty dope.
I don't know if I'd buy it. But it's just something like these are just, if you go onto the news, if you go on any news website, these things pop up.
Yeah.
So I just thought, why not share it with you guys if you guys didn't know. Jeep now got some trucks. Kind of cool. Nothing I necessarily care about because I'm not a truck person in general.
I'm more of a car person.
I'm more of a car person as well. I mean, obviously, I got the Mustang. He got the Camaro. My brother got the Charger. My dad got the Challenger. So... I mean, it's just a little bit of everything. But yeah, Jeep now has trucks. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
And those are just a couple things I thought we could react to. Let's go ahead and get into some comments here. Colby said Dayton got triggered at John Wick 3. I did. At the end, man. Like, because you know action movies in general, man. Like, you watch it and you're like, that's unrealistic. Like, he should have died right there. Or, why isn't he killing him? Like, it's just one of those movies, but it was a really good show.
Yeah.
Really good show.
I feel you.
Robbie P2 checking in. Good to have you on the show, Robbie. Colby happy about that. Robbie, if Dayton doesn't say hello right away, don't be offended. He doesn't check the chat as much on this show. Yeah, I mean, he's right. So thank you for having my back on that call. But what up, Robbie? Good to have you. Bonnie, a chum bag is a bag full of chopped up fish and their blood and guts. It gets thrown into the water to attract fish.
Wait.
So, I mean, that chum bag is...
I got it.
Yeah.
So you know in SpongeBob,
Ooh.
the chum bucket.
Yep, that's probably what Plankton is putting on there, man. Just chopped up fish and blood and guts.
And he's selling it to fish.
And that's why he don't get any.
Yeah, because he's selling it to fish.
I didn't even think about that, dude. It's supposed to
isn't that
attract
cannibalism?
Fish. Yeah.
If he's trying to sell, oh wow,
SpongeBob controversies, dude. Wait, because now it's starting to make sense. Because like a chum, maybe that was Plankton's like marketing. He's like, fish are attracted to chum, so let's sell chum. But then he has like the worst business in Bikini Bottom because it tastes like shit. I don't know. That's a random good thought you came up with right there. Chum gets thrown into the water, not the bag. Okay. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense why the shark would come and get that. Cool. All right.
Thanks for the insight.
Joseph Cordero says he doesn't like, and I'm assuming he's talking about the Jeep truck. I'm not a fan of it. Like I said, I'm not necessarily a fan of trucks, but I thought I'd rather buy other trucks over that one anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of it either. Yeah. But I just thought it was cool because I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
I mean, at least, obviously, maybe it was a thing back in like the 70s or wherever that first truck was. Maybe that was the original Jeep. But like, yeah, I just thought it was cool because I've seen them personally driving to work and they look good in person. And I thought, like I said, I thought it might have been like a Hummer. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, did they make Hummers? Trucks? And I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then it wasn't. So let's see. Jared, Toronto going to beat out Golden State. We'll get to that in a second, actually, because we will be talking about that. We're almost on to the second half of the show. Hey. So for anybody who doesn't know, the second half of the show is sports. More specifically basketball, if you can tell by anything I have in here. Yeah. I'm a basketball guy. I'm also an NFL guy. And other than that, I don't necessarily follow baseball. I don't follow anything else.
I barely follow football.
And I follow the Bears really closely and then the NFL fairly closely. But basketball is like my main thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I follow basketball and then the Browns. Browns are my team.
So we will talk about that here in probably about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're not too far away from that, Jaron. And then Evan Tebbs comes in and says, what's your opinion on pigs?
On pigs? They're dope. Yeah. No, they're pretty dope.
Pigs are dope.
I mean, they're messy, so I probably wouldn't have one, but...
I've actually seen the people that have pigs as pets.
Yeah?
And yeah, I know someone that has a pig as a pet.
Yeah, my friend used to.
They're actually pretty decent pets, as long as you train them like a dog. I mean, they're pretty smart. So that's his opinion on pets. Jeffrey, McDonald's is going to start selling chum burgers with cheese.
When they do that, I'm out.
But with cheese, though.
But they're going to probably charge like $2 just for the cheese.
So here's a couple things, since we are into the halfway point, which means we got to transition to sports in a second. But I'm going to go talk about a couple more things. The first thing is I saw this was kind of a funny article I saw on Fox News on their headlines. Woman had 11-inch knife stuck in her back for weeks, and she didn't know it. How is this a thing?
How do you not know that?
How is this a thing? I'm not even joking, you guys. I'm gonna look it up right now so I can read a little bit into it. But like, there was a lady that had an 11-inch knife in her back for weeks.
But how do you not?
Maybe she did know it. Okay, women allegedly had 11-inch knife in her back for over a week. So this is on Fox News. That's the title of it. I'm just going to read this. See. Oh, it looks like it's a video. But, ooh. You see that blade?
No.
This blade, I don't think I can Chromecast it because I'm not on YouTube. Maybe I can find it on YouTube. But yeah, so, and I just saw a picture of this blade. It's not like a skinny long. It's like a fat, like
a butcher knife,
like almost like a butcher's knife. Yeah, they're just those really big one.
Man, that's crazy.
Let's see. Okay, it's not gonna be on YouTube, but I just thought that was crazy. We don't have to really talk about that. That's just one thing. Like, if you guys aren't searching the news, you wouldn't hear these things. And it's like, some lady had an 11-inch knife just in her back, and it looked like it was inside her body. Like, not in her back, like in her back.
Oh,
like not stabbed in her back.
But
inside of her actual body. So, if you guys are interested in looking that up, you guys can feel free. Once again, like I said, it's just go to Fox News. You can find it. It's one of the top headlines right now. A couple more things. Where am I at here? Okay, I was just going to touch a little bit because last week, this is why I like this show, is because last week I wrote down Mars colonization as a topic. Mm-hmm. And it was one of the small, it was going to be one of those topics that we just brushed by because it was just kind of cool. And it turned out to be the whole thing, most of the show was centered around this Mars stuff. So I found a couple more things. Scientists supposedly have found, this is an update for you guys from last week, really. Scientists have found a way to potentially bring more oxygen to Mars by using gold and separating the molecules, because I guess Mars' atmosphere. You got to read these things. But they did find a way to potentially bring oxygen to Mars to help, so we wouldn't need like suits and shit all the time to live there.
Wow.
So that's kind of crazy. And then yeah. So let's get into this local news that I've been kind of wanting to talk about. First things first. There's a lot of me and him are obviously live in Utah right now, and there's some local news that has recently gone national, quite a bit actually. The first one is I don't know if you watch America's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah.
Do you watch Kodi Lee?
I saw him. Yeah.
Kodi, man. He's autistic and blind, and he got the golden buzzer. America's Got Talent.
Killed it.
Absolutely killed it. The problem, I mean, not the problem. The thing is he's a Utahn. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He's from
Utah.
Utah.
I didn't at first, but then I saw that he was.
So this guy, if you guys haven't seen this yet, this is a good thing to react to, really, because absolutely
It's great. Like, he killed it. Like,
and it's funny because you see these kids with autism and you even blind. Like, these guys are talented, man. These guys are focused. They got a level that we don't. You know what I mean?
No, for real. And I work with him too, so.
You worked with them?
No, not with him, but I work with people with
okay. I'm like, Jesus, dude, you know this dude?
No, I don't know him, but.
I'm sure you guys saw this, but I guess I'm spoiling it, but he got the golden buzzer. This kid, and for some reason.
Kodi. Hi, Kodi.
And you see, like, this kid, I mean, puts his mind to something.
I am 22 years old. Who are you, miss? Who are you?
I'm Mom.
Oh,
I'm
hi,
Tina
Mom.
Lee. Hi, Tina.
Yeah, this guy's a local guy from Utah. So if y'all haven't seen his performance, I'm going to skip through his story to get to his performance, just because I don't want to get any copyright, and I want you guys to see what we're talking about.
He killed it.
But anyway, here it is. He's a singer, and just watch. I'm sure this could be copyright, so I'm going to pause it every now and then.
Yeah.
And look how he's not nervous at all, man. This kid is just ready. So, let's go.
I've been so many places in my life and time.
Like, I don't know. I'm getting like the goosebumps right now, man.
Same.
Like, just to see this kid, and you see how he is, and then you see how determined, and then this beautiful voice, man.
Yeah, like
I saw a lot of songs.
Woo.
And I made some bad runs. Reflecting on my life on stages. 10,000 people watching, yeah. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you.
Like, I don't know, man. This dude is talented, and like I said, this has made national news.
Yeah, like he puts me to shame. Like, not in a bad way, but he's so good. It's crazy.
He's phenomenal, man. So shout out to Kodi Lee. If you guys haven't seen this, you can go watch this full performance online anywhere. This guy is blowing up.
You literally go on to Twitter, you'll find the video.
And he's local, man. And the thing is I mean, I'm not trying to be that type of dude, but I feel like I've seen this dude. Like in person. I feel like I've seen this guy. When I saw him on here live, I was like, this dude looks so familiar to me. I don't know where I might have saw him. I don't know. Does it say where in Utah he's from? All I know is he's from Utah. And man, just absolutely. So that shout out to Utah, making Utah proud right there, man. And then the last one that made national news, really sad. I don't know if you have Facebook.
I have Facebook.
Do you get on Facebook often?
Yeah.
Have you been following this Lizzie?
Oh, the
5-year-old girl.
Yeah,
that's been making national news. It's a real sad story, and I don't want to talk about like sad stuff as much, but like I do want to just give just update you what happened. So there's on Facebook a 5-year-old girl went missing. So where she was reported to be with her 21-year-old uncle. Like I said, this is local here in Utah, and she went missing and for a couple days, I think. And they were able to find the uncle, get him into the room, and he started during the interview, the uncle he licked his hands and was like trying to clean his hands, and the cops were like, "What are you doing?" And he had some stains on his pants that looked like it could have been blood. So they took those pants, they DNA tested it, and it turned out to be the girl. And that, on top of that, I mean, I'm just going to get into this. He was then charged with aggravated murder, kidnapping of a child, and desecration of a body. He was given a capital felony, which means death penalty. That's what he was given. But recently he negotiated with the police where if he told them where the remains of her body was, that they would not seek the death penalty. And he did that. They were able to find the body. However, the body is, and I hate to say this because like this isn't something I want to just talk about, but like I guess the body was so bad that they couldn't necessarily say, yes, that's her.
Oh, wow.
And that's just, man, just stuff like that. And I wanted to share her story, not for gross, like, you know, to tell you like details about it, but just to, you know, give support to the family of Lizzie. Man, she was only 5 years old. And it
was like her uncle too.
And it was her uncle. I mean, this was his sister's kid.
Yeah.
I mean, people like that. I mean, obviously that guy's never gonna watch this show, but man, if you were, man.
If I saw you in person, I'd be.
People like that, and I think there's a petition right now, even at the Utah like state level, that if enough people sign it, they'll give him a death penalty anyway. I signed it the other day.
Oh yeah.
And so if you guys haven't signed that, maybe you guys can look that up. And I'm not trying to like promote.
Yeah,
I just hate this man. Like,
no, I know. Like, if I saw him alive, I'd beat the shit out of him.
Like, it wouldn't even be a death penalty. It'd just be instant. Like, I don't know. So, just a quick story, you guys. If you want to look it up, you guys can find it. I'm sure you guys can find a story about that somewhere online. Sign that petition. Like, you don't even have to be from Utah. Just sign the petition. I thought it was interesting. Last thing before we get into sports, I promise we'll get into it. So, sorry about this. So, last thing, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered.
Oh, I heard.
Are you a Call of Duty fan?
Not really.
Not really?
I played it, but like I'm not like hardcore.
Well, here's the thing: is Modern Warfare was probably my favorite game.
That's what a lot
back in the day, and it was probably my favorite game ever. They just released the trailer for it, so let's go ahead and watch that, and then we'll get into sports. All right.
All right.
So, this is like number 2 on trending right now on YouTube.
Oh wow.
For this new trailer, so let's see one of these. Let's see if this will pull up. Is it playing?
Okay.
Yeah, they remastered it for the new consoles, and I am pumped about this.
There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the
And Colb, I'm sure you've seen this, but I know Colb is going to just go crazy for this game, and I'm probably going to buy it as well.
shadows, they send us in to find it.
126 Axel, target is in the main house. You have executed already.
Bravo 6, going dark.
That's so cool. I don't know, this is so cool to me. And they do a real good job on making this look fairly realistic for what it is. Like this, like all these new games are going crazy. But you never really got into Call of Duty?
No, not really. I was more of a Nintendo guy.
Well, the thing is like for me is I've recently gotten out of Call of Duty because all of the new games has been so futuristic and honestly stupid.
Yeah.
That like now that they're remaking this classic game, or is this even? I don't even know if this is a remake or whatever. But the Modern Warfare is coming back, and I am pumped for it.
Yeah.
So that'll be it for that half of the show, you guys. We got let's see, somewhere around 15 minutes or so to talk sports. So let's go ahead and read some comments real quick. Get into that part of it, and then we'll get into some sports. Jaron, you're looking forward to that. So let's see. Deppen has a pig. Jaron says.
Oh yeah.
Does he have a pig?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know he has a pig.
Is Evan Tebbs Aiden Tebbs? I'm sure Evan is probably Aiden or something. Dude, I could have sworn I've seen him too. See, Jaren's the same with me as far as the guy from Kodi Lee. I swear I've seen this guy, and I almost feel like that's why when I saw him, it wasn't just like, oh, I feel like I know this. I'm damn sure. Like I've even been face to face with this dude before. Like he looks so familiar to me. Colby says I haven't been this hyped for a Call of Duty game in a while. Same. I mean, obviously, Tyrese, I guess you're not into that. What games do you like?
Well, see,
2K?
well, I don't even play 2K anymore.
You don't play games much?
Yeah, I don't really play games as much. But like, when I was little, I was like Mario Kart, I was more of a Nintendo guy when I was little.
Okay.
So.
Oh, those are the best anyway, though. Mario's probably my favorite. Maybe my favorite game of all time besides 2K.
Yeah.
I play 2K all day, every day.
Yeah?
But that's because I like, since we're getting into sports, I like to pretend I'm the GM and try and
I feel
go
yeah, because I see you on, but I always see you on my league. And
that's
stuff
where
like
I'm
that,
always at, is on my team and my league, because I like to put together, simulate a fake off season on what we can afford and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get into that. So transitioning into the other half, we got 6 people watching, which is pretty good. Once we get this far into the show, usually that's when they start dwindling. So that's awesome. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in. So sports. If you guys don't know, the NBA Finals are underway. We've already had game one. And I'll be honest, I'm shocked.
Same. No, 100%.
I mean, I know technically the Raptors were favored, which I thought was interesting. And obviously they're home. Because of the better record or whatever it was. Is that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah, it was better record because they took second, but technically
they beat.
And so did the Warriors. Or no, the Warriors took first. So it was just the record then.
Yeah, because
so the record is the only reason.
Yeah.
So, but shout out real quick to Kawhi, and not just Kawhi, but Pascal Siakam in game one.
He went crazy.
That guy's crazy, man. He came out of
All
nowhere.
Those layups and dude,
that's why I wish these NBA awards involved
the playoffs,
because he would win the most improved easily, in my opinion. But since it's a regular season, they might give it to D'Angelo or
which he also
and he deserves it. I mean, he's big, but for me, if you counted the playoffs, Siakam would be, in my opinion, the runaway winner. Yeah. Some dude you kind of didn't know he was a G leaguer for a while, and he just goes out and puts up 32 in game one of the finals, and practically because Kawhi wasn't great. Kawhi wasn't great last.
He was kind of quiet.
I mean, he was quiet. Typical Kawhi. But Siakam was the reason they won that game.
Yeah,
also, you got a lot of...
He pushed the tempo way.
100%. And you got a lot of production from guys like Marc Gasol, who finally had a good series, or a good game. He's kind of been struggling since going to Toronto. And this honestly opened my eyes and has changed my opinion on the NBA Finals. Because before yesterday, I would say this was going to be a 4 or 5 game series in Golden State's favor.
Yeah.
And now, after watching game one, the Raptors win. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that the Raptors take one, but I watched that game yesterday. They defended them very well.
Yeah, they're going to at least take another one.
And they're going to take... I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the Raptors somehow win that.
No, same. I've been going for the Raptors.
Same. I mean, I'm cheering for the Raptors in this finals. It's just, before yesterday, I was really certain almost that it was going to be a 4 or 5 game series in Golden State's favor. Me and Colby were looking forward to having the series over so we can get to the off season and start focusing on other stuff. But
it's going to be...
I think this may be a 7 game series.
Yeah. I
really do. Just because I don't think the Raptors won coincidentally last night.
Yeah, it's not.
I think they defended them well.
Because if you think about it, when Golden State played Portland, Portland was up the first half. Third quarter came and Portland was down.
And that's what happened last night is the Warriors cut it back to 4, and then the Raptors went out and did it again.
So they were able to overcome the third quarter, which is where Golden State usually takes the game, is usually in game.
And it's weird because I watched that game and I'm not 100% convinced it was because Golden State wasn't good.
No, they played
think it was
great.
just that the Raptors defended them really well.
Especially
and matchup-wise, this is real good. Now, the question is, and I was talking to you a little bit before this, is when Kevin Durant comes back, is he going to help them or is he going to just stall them?
I mean, I feel like, for me, I feel like it's more opinionated on what you think. But, in my opinion, I think he's going to kind of drag them down. Because if you think about it, when they play, all the players aren't putting up as many shots because KD's taking more shots. And
Curry's been their best player.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I feel like they'll put Kawhi Leonard on him or something. And so then the more shots he's taking, the more defense Kawhi puts on him is going to make it harder. And so then it's just going to go down.
I think I'm on the same page, honestly. I don't know. And I was talking to you, but like hypothetically, say the Raptors win game 2 and they take a 2-0 lead and then Durant comes back game 3. I don't know if that helps them get like momentum back. I don't think that helps them, to be honest. I mean, if the Warriors want to, I mean, the Warriors, I'll make a prediction right now. And this is going to be, I mean, it's hard prediction to make anything like that. If Raptors win game 2, they win the series. And I'm just going to be pretty confident on that. Because, like I said, I thought the Warriors were going to sweep them, or maybe 5. And after game 1, if they can take game 2, it's going to go the Raptors' way. The Raptors are good, man.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Raptors are real good. And that's why there's a block in that Kawhi rumors now. Because, like, I was thinking, you know, Raptors would maybe get to the finals, but they probably wouldn't win. And then Kawhi would still probably want to leave.
Yeah.
But if the Raptors win, Kawhi might not want to leave. Like, he might literally, I mean, he might consider it anyway. But I'm saying, like, he might be stupid to leave.
That might be like a tie he has.
Because if I'm in the East, man, and if I'm in the East and I'm Kawhi Leonard, you're the LeBron now, basically. You're the face of the East. I wouldn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you win the chip.
Plus,
now,
he could bring other players.
And the thing is like Lowry is a free agent next in the season after next, and he's getting older. He has a lot of money on the books, so that when he's gone, that will free up a lot of money. And the Raptors could be the name in the East for a long time. So if I was Kawhi, I wouldn't want to leave. To be honest, I think Toronto's a good place. I wouldn't want Kawhi to leave.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get the idea. Maybe he wants to live in the U.S. and maybe he wants to have LA or a big market, and Toronto's a good market, but there's just the wrong country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things. Like if the Raptors do it, I think Kawhi will. I'm like 100% sure Kawhi will stay.
Yeah.
Because that would be, in my opinion, kind of shitty to go lead a team to the finals, win, and then be like, all right, see you. You know, like.
Yeah.
Because Kawhi, I don't think he's as bad of a person as the media made him out to be with the Spurs.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, they always flare stuff up like that.
Yeah,
like,
and they do, and the Spurs are generally a quiet organization, so the fact that got out was just unnormal, and I don't think that Kawhi is like this bad person that wants to leave and hurt a team.
And it's like the same thing with the Anthony Davis thing earlier in the season. Like, everyone's like, oh, he's so bad for leaving, but, like, every player at one point wants to leave.
Pretty much.
You
And
know,
that's why I'm cheering for Raptors. Jeffrey says Toronto in 7, and I might have to agree. I mean, especially if they win game 2. If they lose game 2, then I'm still going Warriors. Like, I'm still confident in the Warriors of doing it in 5 or 6 if they lose game 2. But if they win game 2, I'm just going to be almost 100% sure that it's going to be the Raptors.
Yeah.
And I think that winning that championship secures them Kawhi Leonard, which makes free agency a lot different because Kawhi will probably want to stay, which means, you know, other teams, because a lot of teams are pulling for Kawhi right now to come to them. So when this season's over, you guys, when I'm going to have a whole entire special just dedicated on free agency.
Oh, yeah?
Because that is like my forte. Like, that is where I thrive.
Yeah.
And like, I have a lot of scenarios and a lot of good things to talk about when it comes to that. So I guess simply put, let's go predictions. My prediction was if Toronto wins game 2, they win the series. And if they lose game 2, they lose the series. So I'm just going to, I'll just say it. If they win, whoever wins game 2
is gonna take
wins the series. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel like that's safe to say. I feel like even if Toronto loses game 2, I feel like they still have a pretty good shot.
Okay.
Shot at it. Because, like Golden State's, they're a really good team. But, like, their momentum's kind of weird, in my opinion. Because, like, they'll win first couple games, and they'll lose, and then they'll win again. Like, Cleveland, 2016, won the first 3 games, or first 2 games, and then won the 4th game, and then they ended up losing the whole thing.
I'm pretty confident in my prediction of whoever wins game 2 is going to win the series.
I feel confident that Toronto is just going to take it.
So you're just going to say Toronto?
Yeah, like I mean, like, because even like with Kyle Lowry, I feel like he's also a underrated point guard in a way, because like no one like says, oh, look at Kyle Lowry, you know? It's like, and I'm even guilty of it because it's always Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, right? it's never like the other guys. So, like when Damian Lillard came out and performed, like no one really expected him to
That's why he
push
blew
it that
up.
far. But like Kyle Lowry, like if he's not doing something on one end, I feel like he puts more effort on the other end, you know?
Yeah, he finds a way to affect the game.
So like if he's
That's
not
what I
hitting
like
shots, then his assists, like he's like looking for passes and stuff like that. That's what I like about.
He's a decent rebounder for his height.
Yeah.
And he's a great player. He's a he's a little bulldog, you know. He really is. He's strong at his position.
Yeah. He can hold his own.
Kyle Lowry's a guy I wouldn't mind seeing the Jazz at least look at.
Yeah.
Because they almost traded Kyle Lowry at the deadline.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that they're shopping him. But if they win the championship, it'll be interesting to see how that Toronto goes.
Yeah. I'm also still a little salty about the Kawhi DeMar DeRozan trade. Yeah. I'm more salty about how they went with it because they told him like we're not going to trade you, don't worry about it. The next day he got traded. I'm like, he's like your franchise player with like what 2 or 3 years left on his contract.
I think the Spurs did a good job on that though, because of what they got in return. Because I think Kawhi would have left the Spurs.
Yeah,
regardless.
The Spurs did good, but like I feel like Toronto kind of.
Oh yeah. But I guess it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
That's true.
Because if they would have lost last series, you probably would have been that same way with DeRozan. You probably would have just if they would have lost to the Bucks, and it probably would have been the same if you had DeRozan. You probably just would have lost to the Bucks.
Yeah. And
you wouldn't have been any better. But the fact that they're in the finals now, you can actually look at that trade and be like, okay, maybe it was worth it because now you have a shot at a championship.
Yeah, I feel you.
Jaron Field says, Jaron, I read his last name. Jaron, he says, do you think KD and Klay leave Golden State?
Yes.
I think one of them did.
I
don't know which one, I'll be honest.
I think they're both out.
This is me. I think if Durant stays, Klay don't want to be the fourth guy or the third guy. He's going to be gone. But if Durant leaves, Klay will be like, okay, I'll retake my second spot where he's comfy and just leave it at that. But so I think it depends on Durant's decision. Now the question is, do I think Durant will stay? And all signs point to no. But the thing is that I think personally, and this is just my opinion thing, I think the Durant talks have been blown out by the media, trying to make it look like Durant is leaving anytime. Because if you never read anything like Durant will stay in Golden State, it's everybody saying, oh, he's going to the Knicks, he's going to the Clippers, he might go to the Nets. You don't hear about him staying, and I think that's blown out. I think there's a good chance he stays, just to be honest.
No, I feel you. The reason why I say that I think they're both gone was one, Klay said I heard this. I don't know how accurate it is, but I heard that Klay wants money, his money. He doesn't want to be underpaid or anything.
Oh yeah.
And
that's why I think the Durant thing plays effect again.
Yeah.
If he leaves, then they can afford to keep Klay, and I don't know why they wouldn't want to keep. Because if you're a franchise, you want to keep winning championships.
Yeah.
And you can still do that with just Klay and Curry and
that's how they started winning them in the first place.
Because then they can take Durant's huge amount of money, get some better role players, and they can still win championships without Durant.
Just fill in the bench and stuff like
I
that.
think they can win championships without Durant. So I think so. Jaron, to answer your question on my end, I think one of them leave. It just depends on Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
If Durant stays, Klay's gone. If Durant leaves, Klay stays. That's just my opinion. I don't see a scenario where they both leave.
Well, another reason why I kind of say that is because you know how they had their 60-minute thing interview. Well, the guy's like, could you guys imagine playing on another team? And all of them are laughing, but Kevin Durant's like this. Klay Thompson's just staring.
No, yeah, I've seen that.
So it's
but I think it's because I think they could have reacted that way because both of them have the same decision to make.
Yeah.
And you can probably I can probably imagine Klay's it just depends on if they can pay me. And then if Durant's it just depends if I want to be here. Yeah. So it's kind of
we'll see.
Because I think Klay wants to stay.
Yeah.
If the money's right.
Yeah. I guess where I'm going is you could tell that they're actually thinking about leaving.
They're definitely
that's not 100% sure. If it was Curry resigning, everyone knows Steph Curry will just stay.
And that's why I'm 100%. That's why I'm 100% sure that one of them will.
Yeah.
Because
I feel
either way,
if KD goes to New York, though, 100% Kyrie's going to New York.
Probably.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a chance Kyrie goes to the Lakers or the Clippers.
I mean, he said
It'd be
he was going to
interesting.
meet with LA, but I feel like if Katie goes to New York, I feel like it's more interesting for him to go there because
Well, it's just gonna
They
be
can both take
KD is
over.
just gonna shake the league. So wherever KD goes, even these little free agents that no one's talking about right now, that will affect everyone else's
Yeah.
decision. So KD, whatever you're gonna do, make it quick. Like
Yeah,
I'm
don't-
hoping July 1st he has a decision because like I ain't here to wait till July 7th, July 8th
like Gordon
to get the
Hayward,
rest of the to get the
like
rest of the
last,
league
very
screwed
last
up.
day.
William Kukis. I don't know. Good talk so far. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. We still got 5 people watching, and I appreciate it. But that is our hour mark, so that'll be it for the episode 3. Once again, Tyrese, we will get you back on the show when I'm more organized. Because, like I said, I apologize in the beginning.
Oh, it's good.
I didn't have any preparation like I had for the first 2 episodes. So I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. I will see you again on Friday because Friday, we're going to stick to the Fridays, I think. If anything changes, I'll let you know. But yeah, and we'll have Tyrese back on the show.
Hey,
but that was it for episode Trace of the Dayton Live Show. I hope to see you guys soon. And that'll be it. Peace out. Playa. And now you gotta turn it off. Yeah. And I gotta go to work at 3. See, in the top right, there's an X.
Yeah.
And then you might have to take the phone off to press the other button on the bottom. And the best way to do it is just slip the bottom out.
Oh, like this?
Yeah. There you go.